What's going on, Colts Nation? I appreciate you joining me for another video where in this one we just have quick little update here, right? We already knew and already assumed that Alec Pierce was going to be in the concussion protocol. That was confirmed by Shane Steichen earlier today. He has entered the concussion protocol, and this is where luckily we have depth at wide receiver. Right, so even if he has to miss the game, which is definitely going to hurt, what he can provide, like the way he was moving in that Titans game, he's not just a deep shot guy. He was doing a lot of stuff before the deep shot came later in the game. So missing him is going to be a big deal, but we do have A.D. Mitchell, and A.D. Mitchell can fill that role. A.D. Mitchell is another big-bodied wide receiver, very athletic. His releases are ridiculous. Of all the things A.D. Mitchell needs to work on, his releases aren't one of them, and his releases are elite. Elite. So going into this game, we're going to get a healthy dose. I would just assume Alec Pierce probably going to miss this game. Guys that enter the concussion protocol typically end up missing a game, which is unfortunate. Just the way it is nowadays. But I do think A.D. Mitchell can fill that role and can do a lot for us in this game. Honestly, if you have A.D. Mitchell in fantasy, probably a pretty good time to go ahead and put him in your lineup. You're not going to get a better time than right now to put A.D. Mitchell into your fantasy lineup. So ultimately, Alec Pierce is an obvious loss, especially what he does as a blocker is really good. We'll see what A.D. Mitchell can do in that regard. But overall, thank goodness we have the depth that we do. Alec Pierce, we love you. We're going to miss you. But we get to see A.D. Mitchell get the most action that he's seen so far throughout his NFL career. Now, the big topic of the day for the Colts is the fact that Kenny Moore, who suffered a calf injury, he is going to miss a couple of weeks. That's what we know so far. He's going to miss a couple of weeks. It's not a major injury. We avoided any sort of catastrophe here with Kenny Moore. And take as much time as you need. We've seen throughout different sports, and of course us as Indy fans, right? As you see, NBA Finals for the Pacers. We didn't win Game 7 because Tyrese Halliburton tore his Achilles. If he doesn't tear his Achilles, we probably win an NBA championship. So when you look at it, right, he had the calf strain, played through it. Even more in the NBA. You look at all the different guys through history, but Kevin Durant, the most notable, looking at him. So take Kenny Moore, take whatever time you need, and make sure you don't come back too soon. Colts, don't bring him back too soon, right? And we have the comfortability to be able to do that because the Colts went out and did exactly I was going to make a video today about, hey, we need to go get Mike Hilton. This is a guy who's played in Lou Anarumo's scheme. He's available right now. Other than Kenny Moore, it's been Mike Hilton and Kenny Moore as the best slot corners in the NFL for years. Right, and Mike Hilton was still available, and now we get to get Mike Hilton, who we've signed to our practice squad, and because of his familiarity with the system, I have a feeling that he's going to be able to play right away. At least you would kind of hope that he's going to be able to play right away. He was in training camp, I believe, with the Dolphins. Don't hold me to that. He was in training camp with somebody, and so he's seemingly still in football shape. I'm sure he's been keeping himself ready, just waiting for the right situation to pop up. This just so happens to be a right situation. We look like a really good team right now. We're 3-0. We are prime candidates for if we have major injuries and there's somebody available that we need to go get. Veteran guys are going to want to come to us if we have a need. Right, which is a great position to be in, thank goodness. So we get Mike Hilton, who again has familiarity in this defense. He played in the Cincy defense with Lou Anarumo as the defensive coordinator. I believe he was part of that Super Bowl team. And he was a major part of that defense for years under Lou Anarumo. So great to be able to get him, again, coming onto the practice squad. We'll see how they can integrate him as the week goes. And is he going to play? Is he not? When there's any word on that and kind of how he can get up to speed on what we're doing in the defense and the different, if there is any new communication and what have you. But whenever there's any updates on that, of course, I'll let you guys know. But I think this is a big deal. Being able to get Mike Hilton when Kenny Moore goes down, it's not every day you're able to replace a guy like Kenny Moore, what he can do for us. And it's not a complete replacement. I'm not saying Mike Hilton's going to come in and be Kenny Moore. But again, two of the best nickels in the NFL, maybe 1 and 2 in the NFL for 7-8 years. Kenny Moore and Mike Hilton, I mean, they've both been great at what they do for years. So really happy with the fact that we're able to get him. Going to fit like a glove in what we do, and shouldn't really miss a whole lot of a beat from that aspect. And I think it's, of note when you talk about, when we talk about getting a replacement, and people are going to talk about, well, we're still, not able to get to the passer. The highest rated Colt, and I don't have it in front of me right now, the highest rated Colt from this past game was, of all, both offense and defense and special teams, was Liatu Latu. And just like I mentioned in the video earlier today, talking about Trey Hendrickson, Latu could have had 3 or 4 sacks. We need him to be a finisher. He gets home so often. He can put pressure on a quarterback so quickly. We need him to actually take down the quarterback. If he can do that against the Rams, we're going to be in a good spot, right? If you're able to make Matt Stafford uncomfortable, then I think we have a chance in this game against the Rams. So got a big week ahead of us. Got plenty more to talk about. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe with notifications on so you continue to get notified anytime we have any content on this channel. Of course, I appreciate you stopping by for another video. And as always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and go Colts.